The issue of kids being exposed to news stories that contain violence is, we hear about a lot for listeners, but this really does hit home for me as the father of a 9-year-old boy. And my wife and I don't really see it the same way. She grew up in a family where they really weren't tuned into the news, and she wasn't exposed during her early years to a lot of violent incidents in the world. It was kind of off the radar screen. For our son, it's very different for him because I'm totally immersed in that world of news. So CNN is on a lot. The newspapers are lying around the house. Magazine articles, are printed out and there, and he'll come across them. So he's grown up with much more of a sense of violence in the world. And I think for a lot of couples, I'm sure that Kristen and I aren't alone, it's an issue that you really have to talk through. We just sort of reach an accommodation on it, but we do see it differently. I think that Kristen would prefer that our son Desmond wasn't as exposed to as much harshness from the world that's covered in the news. I grew up without much filtering on that stuff, and news was all around me, so I was very aware of it as a child. And so my bias is in the direction of not filtering as much. And there's no right or wrong, obviously. It's just different levels of comfort. The thing I really try and stress with Desmond is this is not the world. It's only a very small aspect of it. The fact is, because of the continuous news coverage, a violent event occurs and we start feeling like we're surrounded by violence, but that's really not the case. I've made the point over and over to Desmond, crime is at historically low levels, violent crime particularly. He's safe in the world. Yes, horrible things can and in fact do happen, but the odds are in his favor far more than they were in my favor as a kid growing up, and it's really important that we keep that in perspective.